Hey guys, what's up builders at TopTradingReviews.com. Today is the 9th of September 2019. Let's get started. So today I'm going to show you a little strategy. Always trade with the trend basically. This is the channel, obviously it's going to the downwards direction. And where should you place the trade? So let me just mark them. So basically the trend would have started here, yeah. So this is not where you would place the trade. You wouldn't really know the trend is there, so you wouldn't start over here. Where you would start to place the trade, maybe here, because the candle would go up a little bit, but very skeptical about that. You could place a short trade over here, but you know, the best time to trade obviously would be here. As you can see, it bounced back numerous times and then it went down, so it would be a very nice short trade. Then we can just copy and paste real quick. This could have been nice as well because the wick was nearly touching the upwards trend line, which would have made a very good sell trade. As you can see over here, if we just have a look, if we would have shortened it, you know, in a couple of days time, we would have made 181 pips. You know, that's a lot of pips on the Euro USD pair, so you could have made a lot of money on this. And this channel, you know, continues, and now obviously the market is in the middle, so we don't know whether it's gonna go down or up. We should really wait because the market direction is the downwards direction. We should really wait for it to come up, you know, to this level over here somewhere, you know. And once it's over here, and we should place a short or a sell trade, whatever you want to call it, and to the downwards direction obviously, and it should be going down. That's the way you should be trading. Obviously the best way to identify the actual current trend is just have a look at the monthly. You know, this is daily trading by the way, so it obviously takes time. But if we just have a look at the monthly real quick, as you can see, the past, you know, few months it has been going down, and which means it's on a downwards direction. As you can see over here, we can just mark the downwards trend. As you can see, the wicks are there. Then we can just mark over here, the wicks are there as well, and it's on a little channel on the monthly basis, you know. So a couple of months, or you know, since May 2018 to be fair, it has been going down. So what this means is the current actual trend, even in the monthly candles, is the downwards direction, and this is where you should be aiming to place trades. You don't want to place upwards direction trades, even though the channel over here, let's just have a look at the daily real quick. Even though the channel over here, that's the big channel, let me just remove that. So this channel over here, obviously we could have placed, you know, maybe a buy signal over here, maybe a buy signal over here, because it is a channel, it bounces off, you know. Channel works very similar as support and resistance. So obviously we could have placed here, we can place, you know, here, and as you can see, most of the time it bounced back to the upwards direction. But ideally we still want to wait for the market conditions to be perfect, and we really want to place, you know, to the downwards direction, because that's where the current trend is. So using this one tip, you're going to be much more successful and much more profitable in trading on the long term, because you're going to be following the trend, and because the trend is the downwards direction, you always want to trade on this pullback to the upwards direction. And once it reaches, you know, the trend line, you place a sell order or a sell trade or a short trade, whatever you want to call it, and it should be going down. As you can see, in this case, it took a couple of days. It took like 5 or 6 days, but then eventually it went down 140 pips or something. So it's very good, and this strategy works. It's not really a strategy, it's just a little tip I want to show you guys. You should always be using this. Let's just have a look and give you another example on the GBP USD. So the current trend over here is on obviously the down, but let's have a look at the monthly. If we just have a look on the monthly, as you can see, since 1st of January 2019 it has been going down, and it's pretty much the lowest it always has been. So the market direction is down, and what you do on the daily, or you know, you can do it on the 4-hourly or whatever, you know, time frames you like trading, is basically identify the current trend. So let's just have a look over here, so we can see, you know, this thing over here, we can, you know, even place it like that. It was a current trend, a little breakage over here, but this trend line still, you know, is very good. As you can see, bounce back numerous times over here. We can even mark it with the rectangle tool. As you can see, bounces here. Let me just copy and paste real quick. Bounces here on this side, bounce here, you know, and it should be a bounce here to the downwards direction as well. And because the current trend on the monthly, weekly has been down, and in general GBP USD is at its lowest point it's ever been. You know, the current trend is the downwards direction. Obviously there's a pullback to the upwards direction, but this is what we want. This is where we enter our trade. If you want to be even more fundamentally correct, you can have a look over here to the 4-hourly, and let's have a look what's going on. As you can see, it's kind of was debating a little bit, and now 2 candles went up. As you can see, the wick has got bigger, which means there's a lot of sell orders coming in, and now the candle is indecisive because the GBP USD doesn't really want to break its lowest point it has ever been, you know, since 1994, but it probably will be because Brexit and, you know, all the fundamental news is gonna push the markets down. It's trying to come up, but I think it's just a pullback and it's gonna go down. So I hope you understand. I did try to explain things a little bit differently today, and hopefully you understand something. If not, obviously email me toptrainreviews@gmail.com and I'll try to explain a little bit better. I'm also writing an ebook, so you will be able to understand a little bit more because everything's going to be worded properly. Also, I'm working on my signals group. As I said, there's going to be some legal issues and I need to sort them out, but once I do, it's going to be all Gucci and ready. So make sure to subscribe to not miss them, and take care guys. Have a nice day. Love you guys. Goodbye.